got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk Star Citizen with members of the community. Today is September 15th, 2022, and we are live on Twitch and YouTube. And you see, I'm joined by my good friend here. I had to give a shout out to him from last Sunday's Soul Citizen. Well, Abby was so kind enough to tell me to talk about Soul Talk and to say everyone should come for my jokes, and this is what he did. So this is why he's joining me behind me. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me see who's in Twitch. The chat, both chats really. But yeah, we have Black Guy Legion, Zaylin, You Ride a Boat, Pot and Space, Fish to Face Gaming. And Fabin72, how you doing, man? Mercury, how are y'all doing? Yep. Throwing a little shade on that, but yeah. And you can see I got him in my background too, so yep, that's the thing. Hope everybody's doing well. How's everybody doing? Yeah, so we had not a big week, but an eventful week when it comes to Star Citizen. We'll get to that in a moment. So far for me, I'm continuing watching She-Hulk and Sandman. I started reading some books. I took like a few weeks off reading some books. But there was a new book that I was looking forward to that released this week. It was He Who Fights with Monsters, book 7. And I finished it last night. I started it the day before. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I haven't been up on NFL. I'm trying to get back into the NFL. It's not really working out. I had Sling TV that had a month for half off. That discount went out, so I'm not really. We can only hear. Yeah, there's no other audio. Yeah. So far, it's just me. I'm solo today. There's no guest. You can see. Yeah, no guest over that way. Sorry. Yep. But yeah, that's what's going on with me so far. Oh yeah, I should have another Flight of Rhythm tomorrow on the People's Radio. So I hope people look forward to that. And Andor, oh yeah, Star Wars Andor premieres next week, so I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully all the people are too. So yeah, there's so much to watch. Then Willow coming up after that. Then Black Panther coming up after that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm gonna do my thing. This is really short. So I'm solo, so I'm trying to get into the show. Oh, before I say that, make sure people join us. Come, I'm gonna put the link in the chat. But yeah, come and join us if you want to talk about Star Citizen. So yeah, oops, I put in the other one. Here we go. Nope, they're both not highlighted, but I'm gonna put it in here right now. So here we go. Yeah, click that link and join us in Discord and talk Star Citizen with us. Alright, so I'm gonna do my thing. It's a meme. If people can guess what it is, so yeah, it's not really a movie or anything. Well, it's been in movies probably, but it's a meme, so here we go. There we go. People can guess what that's from. I'm gonna drag people in and see if anyone gets it. Hello, we're joined by Fixed Face and Kaizen and Cotton Face. Anyone get where that's from?
I didn't even hear you say anything. What's
I
going
didn't
on?
say anything. Oh, the thing must have cut out on me because it might have it might have detected it as noise instead of my voice. But yes, I did the goat scream. It didn't come through.
Oh, because I
I
was literally about to guess Helen Keller's Inner Thoughts, but now that you do Goat Scream, then I guess let's go with Love and Thunder, baby.
Yeah, I know. I try to do things like, 2 years out of date, but Ghost Scream has been around for a while, so unfortunately, the noise gate cut it out. But that's what it was supposed to be. So yeah, go ahead and people can join us. Click the link, and we'll talk about Star Citizen. So first up, we have the sneak peek from last week.
Hey there, Ron.
Yeah, there it is. And the subtitle is called "Now I'm in Charge." A good pun there. And I guess that's we've seen that before, right? We've seen parts of it before.
It's a gun. So
the electric gun.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks like a pistol to me.
No,
Yeah, it is.
It does.
That one's not a long gun, but that's like an SMG or an LMG. Yeah,
like
it's mid range.
Yeah, it looks like It looks almost like a pistol, but not quite. Yeah.
So it looks like the Brits now they have a bullpup gun, and it looks about that kind of size. Yeah.
J2 said it's the Volt SMG.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
SMG.
So yeah,
now,
I don't
is
know. Go ahead.
Is this a non-lethal weapon, or can it be set to like certain standard, like your phasers, set phasers to stun, or set phasers to lethal?
Be interesting.
Good question.
Be interesting. Yeah.
Also, how many shots you think that thing have?
Depends on what's in the battery clip. I'm pretty sure it's a battery.
And what you set it to. Like if you set it to kill all the time, I'm pretty sure it'll drain faster.
Well, I guess so. I mean, it depends if it's the way the power structure is. Yeah.
Hey, BBG, be back landing. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, what's up, BBG?
BBG. You're muted.
There we go.
Yeah.
You back? It looks like he's driving some truck coming into you.
Yeah.
Right.
What I was saying, though, like I think that it. Oh, there he goes. There you go.
A little bit.
Welcome.
Good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, right.
You're
Are
far
you using the
away.
right mic?
Yeah,
You sound like you're using the wrong mic or something.
Let me work on that.
Okay. All right. Good. But yeah, so BBG, when you get that sorted out, tell us what you think on the sneak peek. Let me change the screen real quick and go to the web so you guys can see me. But yeah, now I'm in charge. I don't know if it's lethal or non-lethal. I'm expecting it'll be lethal. But maybe you can set it to a single shot and make it non-lethal.
There you go.
You can do that with SMGs, right? I'm not familiar with them. Right? You can set them a single shot.
J2 says that the Volt weapons are meant. I think they mean to add more stun damage, make them, less.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Which makes sense,
Papa Doc. Yeah. So yeah, like you said, add more stun damage, make them less lethal than the bounty hunting mover as bounty hunting mover goes by. So yeah, that makes sense.
Good stuff.
But I'm looking forward to like the a takedowns in game, like melee takedown. Because they were talking about it like CitizenCon ago, but I don't know if that's in game yet. I don't think so.
It could be cool.
So I'm gonna drive J2 down real quick. J2, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How is everybody?
All right.
Hey,
Doing
what's
pretty
up,
well,
J2?
thank you. So yeah, you're putting stuff in chat. What are your thoughts about the sneak peek?
It's a pretty cool looking weapon. If I remember correctly, back when they added the first Volt weapons, that sniper rifle and the pistol, they talked about the type of damage that they did, and they were saying it's a mixture of the electron damage is a mixture of stun damage, which is what you take when someone punches you in the head, that would just knock you out, and energy damage. So like regular laser damage. And it was, I think they planned on it being non-lethal. It's supposed to just knock you out, but because there's no real mechanics to do anything with that in game, they made them lethal for now. But if I remember correctly, their plan was to eventually make them more non-lethal. Like they're gonna pump up the stun damage, but still leave some electron damage. So it might knock somebody out, but if you put too many rounds in them, it will kill them. Kind of
That's
thing.
later.
I think that's later. That's much later. For now, these will probably do the same damage as the other Volt weapons, which is technically electron damage currently, which is a mixture of stun and.
They're waiting. Oh, sorry. They're waiting for Mama to say "knock you out."
Exactly.
God, I was waiting for him to finish. I was waiting for him to finish. You beat me to
Just
it.
don't call it a comeback.
I knew it.
If the captain had said, "I'm the captain," I would have known where that's from. But it said, but it just said, "Nah, I'm in charge." I'm not sure if that's from a song or just something in general or just a general pun.
Might be a pun. Just
I think it's.
I think all of them have been from songs up to this point, haven't they?
Most, I think most.
So it's probably from a song, but I'm not sure which song. But if anyone can chat, just go ahead and point that out. Jay said it looked like a tractor beam. It could be a tractor beam, but it was definitely like a weapon more than a utility thing.
It does say Volt right on the side of it there, right above the trigger.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in real quick. Oh, okay. Yeah. I see it now. Oh, yeah, right there too. Okay, cool. All right, thank you. All right, so up next.
Down on the magazine there too. Yeah, I didn't notice that one.
Yep, up next we have last week's Star Citizen Live with the Narrative Team Q&A. They've been on a few times before. I think it's been like several months since we last seen them. Anyone had a chance to watch this last week?
Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
Whoa.
Hello. Who was that?
Somebody got excited for Sherry there. BBG's like, you got Sherry on. I'm going to go with the extra voice of God.
Oh, wow.
BBG, you sound like you're coming through a kazoo, brother. Some of your settings are a little off.
Yeah, it's like
you want to say God?
Like God speaking through a kazoo.
Remember, it's like that. What was that movie with Val Kilmer where he was the mad scientist genius?
Real Science.
Real science.
Real genius.
Real genius. Yeah. Hello, I'm the voice of God.
Right.
In your head.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Way back there.
Chat saying he's Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Kazoo.
Darth Kazoo. But yeah, anyway, about the Star Citizen Live, I had several thoughts about it. Anyone else had anything that they thought was worthwhile mentioning?
There's a lot of neat stuff. There was a specific question that was addressing. Somebody said something like, "So that was retcon. That was changed from what it was before," and they kind of giggled and said, "Like, yeah, the story is." It's not, the game isn't released yet. It's a living story. There's going to be some changes over time. They try very hard to keep a lot of things consistent, but some things are going to evolve as they come up with what's a better fit for the story. I think people get a lot wrapped up in, well, this was said in 2014 and this was said in 20, and it's like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to like shit on people for being, like hyper aware of the history. But the fact of the matter is we're not sort of the target audience for the lore or whatever, the people now pre-release. Like, they're trying to make the best story that they can upon release. And anything between now and release that it really makes more sense to make a change, I think that they absolutely should feel free to make changes to make it flow better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That point.
Yeah, several. I'm really into lore, especially like the arc store map and stuff like that. So yeah, several things stuck out to me. Well, I thought it was funny how they were limited to a single profanity among the four of
the
them.
hour. Per hour.
And yeah, and for your alert, Jared took it by accident. Because I was later on the show. Something. Okay, so I'm just going to go through a list here. So I got half of these from the New Fire and half of these from when I watched part of these when I watched the episode. So they said like the Tavon was simulated for centuries, but NPC aliens will be added to the universe when it makes sense. So they want to add aliens to the game, but only when it makes sense. So they're coming.
To be clear, they said that because somebody said like, how come we're not seeing aliens or whatever, and they're like, how come there's no aliens in Stanton? And the team clarified there are aliens coming to Stanton later when they get that area, that realm of the game ready for release.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I remember that.
Yep.
I remember.
Something that I don't want to say near and dear, but something that's been around for a while. That they said the power crab is now called the whip crab. And that's not called. It's not work in progress crab. It's WHIP, like whip it.
Mhm.
So the whip crab is now the power crab, or vice versa, rather. He said Xeon Opera takes a long time. They enter a meditative state that changes their sense of time. So that's why the Xeon they can take a while to do stuff. They discussed the struggles of the workforce in Hurston. There's an effort to ensure that lore posts are written in an objective tone. Lore posts are published from the perspective of the members of the ARC. They confirmed that they would like to allow the ARC to be used on a ship terminals in the future.
Do you want to maybe for the people kind of clarify, because I mean obviously they talked about it on the show, so we all know, but clarify for people what the ARC is?
Oh yeah, well, they had the ARC style map. That's part of the ARC. But ARC is a location. I forget what system, but it's a location that's like where all the Galactopedia and stuff information is stored. So they instead of like Noah's Ark, it's an arc of information.
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching. I was hoping they would say something a little bit more on anything on the Banu. It would have been.
They make jokes about it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They made jokes about I think it was like Banu food or something like that. I forget.
Oh, okay. Because I'm interested in wondering how their voices sound if they're deep. Because I would take an assumption.
That's a good question. Yeah. No, I mean, there got to be some kind of modulation. Not got to be, but I'm assuming there's going to be some modulation because they are aliens. I'm assuming not all aliens will sound human-like.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was wondering on that, but I was wishing they would touch more on their vocal tone. But hey,
I'm pretty sure that will be a not this year, but CitizenCon or a ISC full episode on that when it's about to come out. So you just gotta be patient.
Yeah, yeah.
They said that
go ahead. No, I was just saying we're making in the process of making something for the Banu, so it would have been nice.
Thank you, Pickle Skin. Yeah, they said that they wanted to add more photos to the ARC in the future, so I'm looking forward to that. They're continuing to flesh out games that operate out of Pyro. Shelly Bates said an image paint drawing of an alien bug, and they joked that she'll be moving to the concept team because her artwork was so magnificent.
They talked about Sadaball.
Yeah, they did. You want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, did they talk? I missed whatever they said about Sadaball.
Go ahead, Kai.
Just how it's super popular in the universe, that it's sort of similar to kind of that, remember from the Ender's Game, that weird game they were playing where they were all floating around in 0G, and it was kind of a mix between soccer and hockey and whatever that the Harry Potter thing, it's like a little bit of everything. That I thought it was neat. Just talking about it and talking about how like, oh, stadiums and stuff with it, and how oh, it'd be cool to see Sadaball someday.
In 2015, they actually had a live demo in
Yeah,
PAX
they
East
did.
in 2015. So there was a video of Star Citizen Shadowball floating around. I don't have it available, but you can look it up, Star Citizen Shadowball, in the year 2015. You can see what they had in mind. But that was done by Ilphonic, and when CIG took everything over, and yeah, that went to the wayside. Maybe it'll come back. I doubt it, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
They said Space Rats and Space Barnacles are confirmed. Space Sheeps, not so much, not yet. The team was asked why there are no more space races that are being developed, and they simply replied that they want to finish what they have first. So out of the 4 or 5 races that they have so far, they want to flesh them out, get them out before they think about adding more races.
That's commendable.
The chat asked what planetary systems are the lore team excited to dive into. Cherry and Will, I believe, said Goss, because they said Goss is really beautiful, and the other one said that Nexus because it's an outlaw sector. But Jared mentioned that folks who have been following the project for a while might remember when every single post they ever made on the website all had the same picture of God, because it was the only picture they had that kind of looked like it was a fun place to go to. Like, come on to Gamescom, come to CitizenCon, come to PAX Out. They had a picture of God concept art. And finally, what I have here, but we can touch on more. Jared mentioned that if you have complaints about the show, send mail to Jeremiah Lee. So make sure you do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so yeah, any other thoughts about Star Citizen Live?
No.
No?
I think
Okay, no problem. Yeah, we can move on, no problem.
Yeah, I was just gonna say fastcart.
Oh, Kazoo.
Darth Vader. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go too long. Okay.
No, you're not loud. You just sound off. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and say what you want to say.
Oh, just real quick. I love the narrative team when we get them. Overall, I like when the lore washes over us and we have those conversations. I raised Sadaball, or someone raised Sadaball, and they don't have to talk about that stuff like they don't talk about theaters of war. But the fact that they said no, they expected to be prolific throughout the means that something that for folks who have been around a long time, after that demo that you talked about, that's part that it remains something that we can look forward to. So very exciting. I love when we get this team.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but you might want to check out.
Yeah, you got it.
audio.
You sound like
Yeah.
you know what it sounds like. It sounds like if somebody's trying to call you and disguise their voice.
Leave the money in the dumpster if you want to see your wife alone.
Exactly like it.
Leave the UEC. Leave the UEC in the dump. Okay, in the dumpster.
Oh man.
So up next we have, so save the date. I thought I fixed it, but I guess I didn't. There we go. All right, never mind. So yeah, save the date, October 8th, CitizenCon. And then we go to the CitizenCon page real quick. 22 days, 13 hours, 36 minutes. Add to your calendar. So hopefully Chris and I can get that in the chat for me. But yeah, CitizenCon 2952. Time is once again to celebrate all things Star Citizen. Importantly, you, the community. So they'll be broadcasting on Twitch for all to enjoy. And yeah, they got their time. So when you click on the link, it'll say October 8th, 3 p.m. That's UTC. But then it should convert to your local time and right after that. So if you see your time is different from mine, it's okay because it converted to your local time.
Gotcha. Now, just a little shout out here. Don't ever say I didn't do anything nice. But I heard that it was somebody's birthday that's supposed to be that same weekend.
Yeah, that same day.
I'm not sure
actually.
who it is. Oh, it is same day.
Yeah, same day.
Okay, really? Okay.
Swag legend. It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also DK Dark Knight 75 son, his same birthday.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Nice, nice.
Say that.
Yeah, I've known like in my lifetime 8 people had the same birthdays as me. Yeah, it's
Nice.
quite a popular day. But yeah, so yeah, they got quite a few panels that they want to see. Yeah, thank you, Kusanagi. But yeah, any panel people are looking forward to watching. I'm gonna go through this real quick. Journey to 4.0, Planetary Pyro, Journey to 4.0, Design Brief, Investigation. Oh, they're all Journey to 4.0, but they talk about the new underground, the need for motor speed. That's one for me. Louisville Redux, 'cause they did it last year, I believe. Power Play and Talking Ship. That's one I'm really looking forward to. But how about anyone else?
I'm looking forward to. I'll be honest. I'm looking forward to all of them. See what it all has to say. Can I make a prediction?
Yeah.
Is that okay? Now, this is my own prediction. This is no way affiliated with Soul Citizens here. This is my personal prediction, fist to face. I predict that we might see something about Squadron 42.
That's the hope. I mean, we've been hoping and praying, not praying, but I'm hoping for some Squadron 42 news in 2016 when we're all disappointed after that year. I'm not really I don't think we're going to see anything from Squadron 42, but that's just my prediction. I may be wrong. You may be right.
We shall see.
Well, I would like to make a wager with you, the fast car.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm ambivalent, so whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to take any bets. I don't have any strong feelings either way. So yeah. But if anyone else, I take you up on it. Go ahead.
Okay.
BBG, you want to say something? I thought you muted and unmute. So I was just wondering. I guess not. So yeah, Planetary Pyro. I don't want to say I'm tired of hearing about Planetary Pyro. I think the hype has been hyped enough, so I'm not really looking for it. I'll watch it. I watch everything, put it that way. But yeah, I'm not really interested in Pyro anymore. Cause it's a lawless system, so I'm looking forward to the more lawful system. How about anyone else?
I mean, it would be nice to get a little bit more on the Merchantman, but I don't think they're gonna do any more.
Yeah, I mean, last year was a big 20-minute, 45-minute thing, so I don't think they're gonna do anything more. But getting to the ship. But getting to the talking ship part, that's where that would probably be. Discover the latest vehicles and pipeline and concept new flyables and new voting systems for new ships to come. I'm guessing. I'm not gonna put any money on a guess, or this is just my guess. I think the Genesis Starliner might talk about that for a bit.
It's possible. But let me ask you a question, though. I mean, I know the Genesis Starliner is slated to come out probably soon. Pretty soon. I know they talked about it. Like, because I know they talked about also ships coming out, with functionality in the game, right? So does that mean we will have then missions for like passenger pickups, NPC passenger pickups, stuff like that?
Yeah, well, they did
Ask the
say they're not
question.
going to put any more ships. They're not going to put ships out unless there's gameplay that goes along.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing: don't hold them like. Don't say, "Oh, they promised they're not gonna do this unless they do this." Don't say that. Yes, they did say something like that, but that's the goal rather than
I mean, and you're correct. I'm not that type of person. Let me hold them.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying
what I mean?
people in general, like people who are watching in at home and stuff like that. But yeah.
I'm kind of leaning maybe they will do a little something with jump points, since that's coming out with Pyro. Maybe they'll
I saw something about that.
Yeah.
Nope, I guess I didn't.
So maybe they'll go into, I mean, I don't know how much they can do between, Stanton and Pyro, but maybe they'll have a little something for us to see. I mean, I know we're supposed to be able to be in the jump point and be able to travel to other zones, but I don't think they'll have that in yet because it's only Stanton and Pyro. So
They could tie that in though, Pops, with Jax
Mhm.
McCleary stuff as kind of a little
Yeah, that's true. Good
side
point.
thing to that.
Good point, Kai. Good point.
That's a great
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
There you go.
We hear
BBG.
you
You sound
well.
normal now.
Period.
You sound normal.
BBG, you sound fantastic.
Mm,
I appreciate that.
all right.
So yeah, you had any thoughts about the presentations?
I'm looking forward to Fastcart, you talked a little bit about a little bit of tired of Pyro, or it's that I am looking forward to Pyro. I want to
you are?
find out
Okay.
more and more about that planet. And I think it was Pops or Fist said something about jump points. I would love
Yeah.
to hear more about how they plan to manage the areas around jump points. So it'd be interesting as well.
I
You know-
get what, oh, go ahead.
No, Kai, you first.
I totally get where you're coming from, Fastcart, from the thing of saying, man, I'm over Pyro, because they did it last year. So I
mean,
too
and it's
am
been going
over.
for like every week for the past
Well,
year.
So here's the thing. I too am over Pyro and don't really want to hear Pyro with on a concept art level like they did last year, like with like, oh, here's some neat sketches. But if they come with, oh, and here we're gonna fly you around some places in Pyro and show you like not concept art, but like here it is in game, footage, in engine footage, then all of a sudden I'm gonna flip that table and I'm all about Pyro. Let's do it.
Okay. So kind
That's
of like
the language
you
that
want
they
to
use.
So yeah,
Say
so it's kind of
guided
like
in-engine tour.
Yeah. So
okay.
I'm just pointing out. I'm just saying that like I kind of agree with both of y'all. I feel like most everybody else on the panel is like, oh, I'm there for Pyro, and I am as well in that sense. But I totally get where Fastcart's coming from of saying like the stuff that we got last year, it was great last year, but that was last year.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Before I forget, I want to say Duke Riggs and CT Creator, thank you for those subscriptions. CT Creator been subscribed for 14 months, and that's great, awesome, thank you. Duke Riggs said subscribe for 1 year, so I think that's probably your first one, but thank you. What were you going to say?
Nice.
I just want to touch base on what Kai said. Hey everybody, Admiral Kusanagi.
Hey.
So I really want to be able to like explore and see something that they haven't shown us. Like this is an exploration game, and I just don't want to see anything sometimes. I just want to be like, hey, go check out this moon that we haven't shown you, and you could find some cool stuff there. Like, why can't I do that?
Yeah, to kind of go along with a little bit what Admiral is saying, I would like to see a little bit more about the other planet. We did get a view of one, the little mission they showed us.
Yeah.
I would like to see, some of the other planets on how they look, how far they progressed in them. That I would like to see, from Pyro. Maybe if they, Also, I would, because with the Reclaimer and the Vulture coming out, I would like to see if there's more derelicts and things like that around for that gameplay. And
Now, I want to see though this is my take, because I know they're going to do good on the planets and all of that stuff.
And the moons.
I already know that. For me, what I want to see is Ruin Station, and I'm not just talking about the scenic and all of that other stuff. I want to see how the way the factions in there interact.
Yes.
That's what I want to see. I want to see them warring over that control of that Ruin Stations. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see.
Cool. Yeah.
It would be kind of cool if we had a little bit more update on server meshing, but I guess they really can't do that. What else can they show us? Because I know we're supposed to get that second quarter with the jump. That would be nice. We got a little update on it, but I don't see how they could fit it in. But you never know.
Like, one thing I do want to see is like Lorville, because we've been there for years now. So I could see like this is the update and this is how we're making the update. So like that I'm interested in. But like for the rest stuff I haven't really seen yet. I kind of just want to explore it. Like, the whole thing with the Orison event it wasn't like I just opened the door and I had to explore and experience things for the first time, because they've already shown it, or you watch a streamer on Twitch stream it like 40 times. So, and then you just kind of play the game like any other map you would in like Battlefield or something like that. So that I want eventually to get away from that. But and I think that's what the game eventually will be, because people are going to go do their own thing. You're going to have streamers go over here or over there, and the game eventually will be our own experience. And that's what I kind of want, is the experience of Star Citizen.
Mm-hmm.
I see GoMav in the channel. I just want to give him a wave and a shout out real quick. But that was about Louisville, the Redux.
Okay.
I am looking forward to that one too. Some of the other stuff they have is like the design brief investigation for the trick process for new missions archetype. That should be interesting. Probably about 20 minutes for that one, or maybe 15. We'll see. The new Underground, when Corporation Comet and Karen collide, take a first look at the enormous reimagining of underground facilities. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I do like what they do with caves, especially with all the planetary moons and that stuff. So I am interested in that one. Anyone else?
The only other thing I would like, if we, even if we got just a space rat.
Some fauna, huh?
Yeah. So, would be cool. We could just have a show on it, and it would be nice to see something crawling around.
The only other thing is
depends on how big. But go ahead.
Yeah. Just a fast card. You mentioned the design process and the pitch process for missions. It'd be nice if they gave us guide rails to the community, so that the community could have a portal or a mechanism along the mission archetype, whatever the rules are, to pitch new mission archetypes as well.
Yeah, so that was that one. Need for Speed. Oh yeah, I'm definitely here for this one. Learn about master modes initially developed for Squadron 42 will impact the fight experience for the persistent universe and better define ship roles for all vehicles in Star Citizen. So that's gonna be a big one.
That one sort of sparked off a little bit of controversy in the community this week. I don't know if you want to address it or if we want to leave that out.
What was it, briefly?
There was a certain content creator of the more salinated variety who basically made a comment of like that kind of like, hey, is the racing community getting too much attention? Is it disproportionate? Is that causing other people to whatever? And I just felt like, considering they went out of their way to explain that the stuff that they did with this, number one, racing has always been a thing that was planned to be in the verse.
I mean, it was in the very first Arena Commander, so yeah.
Yeah, so it's not scope creep at all. And number two, the community in question that is doing stuff with all of that now, like, they made it very clear when they talked about that one route that was added to the game, the snake pit, that was done as a side deal on. There's a dev to the game that is also a player that is part of the race community, and he created that on the side. That wasn't.
It took him 3 weeks. It wasn't something that they put like development time into. He did it on his.
It was on his off time.
Off time in 3 weeks, but yeah. And also the other thing, the PTV racetrack, that was also done on the off time. So I don't see that I would taking anything away from other stuff.
Oh yeah, and as a content creator, when anything new comes out in the game, y'all can thank me for bringing that to you.
Wow. Well, also, there's the situation where like every ship that comes out is normally a little overpowered and then gets nerfed. So when a ship comes out, if you call for it to be nerfed, then everybody is going to be like, "See, that person said nerf it, and then it got nerfed." And it's like, "Oh, but also every other ship in the game gets nerfed." Buy a clue.
I mean, also
they
like
they weren't going to do that anymore.
It's important to know that this game is still in development, it's still in alpha, so like game balance the game is not balanced yet, especially when you're still adding ships and vehicles to the game. So yes,
Forget about ships and vehicles, game systems. There's
Game
got to be a
systems.
dozen game systems that are going to affect balance in numerous ways that haven't been added yet. Several of them haven't even been talked about. You know, to try and balance this game now would it's a fool's errand.
And it's funny. That's what people want. They want balance now in alpha, and
Well,
what the way
And then-
the
and
game
then-
is.
Then they want to get mad when it has to get rebalanced.
Well,
Yeah,
see, that's
exactly.
the thing. Me, Kai, and Pops had a discussion about this yesterday. You know, about the mindset of people, right? You know, do they realize what they're in? Do they realize, are they in a game or are they in a simulator? Like, are they in a testing phase or are they in a finished product?
It's not a finished product. Definitely testing phase. Go ahead.
I think
Kai.
I think it would be good, Fist, for you to elaborate a little bit on that, the difference between a game and a sim, and how.
Well, matter of fact, you said it best, because you said it best that, okay, a game is like for example, we had a discussion about like back in the day, where an arrow could defeat a hammerhead based upon if you outfitted it right with the certain guns. Now, obviously, an arrow within Star Citizen should not be able to beat a hammerhead because it's a hammerhead versus a smaller ship. But you know, when you look at it from a game point of view, like you said, Kai, from a game point of view, if a player is better than another player, then yes, from a game point of view, that player should be able to beat another player. But in a simulator, like you said, simulates real life. You know, this is basically saying, I'm not going to bring a gun. I mean, you're not going to bring a knife to a gunfight. Simple. You know,
Or in the case of an arrow and a hammer, it's like, hey, if you're in a 10 speed, I don't care if you're Lance Armstrong, you're not going to beat a 70-year-old man in a Ferrari, because it's just
they
that's
will
how
if
that
you use
works.
drugs.
Nope.
Hey, all
Not
right.
even downhill.
That I'll give you that analogy. But if you're in an AC-130, are you going to fear an F-22? I think you are.
Absolutely.
You know, and
Absolutely. But that's
I mean,
because one of them is
smaller ships, particularly fighters. They're flying guns. They're supposed to be able to threaten larger ships.
Well, one of them is that analogy doesn't quite hold true, because one of them is a fighter jet that works on air-to-air combat, and the other one is a turboprop plane that deals with ground targets. So that would be like saying, if you're in an arrow, would you fear a mole? Of course you wouldn't.
Do we have a real world equivalent to a hammerhead? That's the closest analogy I can think of off the top of my head.
I would say a real world analogy to a hammerhead would be like, you would be talking about like a naval vessel that has all kinds of air,
a naval
that has
vessel.
all
There
kinds
are
of
no
air defense capabilities.
Yes,
in
but
which
there
case
are
you would be
no
afraid
air
of them in an
vehicles
F-16.
Yes, there are no air vehicles that can stand to modern day fighters. They're designed that way. It's built that way. Fighters should be able to threaten larger ships. Perhaps not on the scale that it shouldn't be as easy as it was in the past, it's not now. You can still take down Hammerhead in it.
Let me cut in real quick. Let me cut in real quick. I think this is a great conversation, but I think this one probably be better.
Yeah, we're definitely off topic.
Yeah, so thank you for that. But yeah, good point. But yeah, we talk about Novo Dark Power Play. I'm just gonna go through these quickly. Power Play have the upcoming resource management system will change life universe as we know it, from combat player to player homesteading, and allow for true multi-crew gameplay. I don't know how they define true multi-crew gameplay as opposed to what we have now, but we'll see. And we already talked about talking ships, how different ships will come into the game. These are some great topics. We'll probably cover some of these in a different show. But yeah, they talk about digital goodies. There was a question on Spectrum the other day, but they have confirmed digital goodies. And in the past, I think they were like $10, $12 US dollars. So we'll check that out when it comes. See what's available. When a miniature a ship, so expand your fleet, looking to fly into the center, want a day off DF, highly detailed model kit. Get ready to compete and make that dream a reality with details coming soon. Immerse yourself in gaming. This is for the Tobii Eye Tracker 5. Details coming soon. Oh, you can move on. So, yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Up next. Oh, yeah, I wanted to say, Soul Citizen. We are doing a CitizenCon watch party. We'll have more details at the end of the show. But yeah, it's not much. Like an hour or so before the show starts, we'll probably start streaming. But that'll be on Soul Citizens on Saturday, October 8th, 2022. Okay, this is the Squadron 43-month report. We don't really cover this in details anymore, but I just want to let people know that this is out. So if you are interested in what they have to say, check that out. Squadron 42 monthly report. Up next, we have the roadmap around it. So yeah, this is what we're going to spend some time on. So notable changes for September 14, 2022, Alpha 318. I'm going to say, as communicated from the last letter from the chairman, we expect TAS to remain in PTU for 2 to 3 months for robust testing. Our current goal is to release Alpha 318 to live service in the first half of November, ahead of the Intergalactic Expo, Aerospace Expo, the IAE. So that means that 318 patch will now also include content related to IAE, which you will notice in the detailed breakdown below. Release view, talking about 318, so they have the Great Corsair, building, balancing, implementing great interplanetary multi-crew explorer the Corsair into the game. After further review, the deliverables will require additional tasks that are currently being scoped out and scheduled. Therefore, they're removing 2 cards from the release view until the release timing is reassessed. So they're taking these 2 out, the new interdiction scenarios and environmental space missions. So they're taking out those missions. Progress tracker. The following deliverable previously removed is returning to the progress tracker with this published. The Outpower Central UI, building, balancing, and implementing Outpower's medium fighters into the game. After reassessing with the team and vehicles being worked on for the 42, taking higher priority, the following vehicles are being removed from the progress tracker temporarily until resources can be reallocated. So the RSI Apollo, the Tumble Ranger, disappointed with that. The Tumble Ranger is a vehicle I'm looking forward to. But additional focus from the USPU, that's the United States Persistent Universe, is being placed on the freight elevator deliverable for hangars and cargo, and it's prerequisite for hangars to exist. Sorry. Therefore, they were removing future work from the following deliverable temporarily, and that is persistent hangars. So I'm getting hit from all sides here. Nothing so much above, but I really want the Tumble Ranger. I really want persistent hangars. So what do people think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How?
of course. I always wanted the bike.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hoping that the mechanics of it is, rides really well across the terrain, and everything like that. That's my only concern about it. But I mean, they have done very well in the past, as well as they've shown recently about how the way vehicles will respond in the game. So I'm looking forward to that.
Has anyone heard about the new mission not being removed? The new interdiction scenarios and environmental space missions? No? Okay. Yeah, like
I don't know what environmental space missions were supposed to be.
They probably talked about it briefly, but yeah, I mean,
those were going to be missions that just sort of popped up when you hit a certain area in space.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that. That makes sense.
Thank you.
But yeah, the Ranger, persistent hangers. Why, TID? Why? All right, moving on.
Oh yeah. Bro. Oh, okay.
No, what were we gonna say, real quick?
No, real quick. I'm just wondering, are hangar sizes supposed to get any larger? Like that would accommodate our.
I would guess so. to get. I mean, you want to fit the character and everything in there. They could fit the character before, but I guess I'm guessing so.
Yeah, I'm just really talking about the really big ships like the Polaris and above, you know, those type
Yeah,
of
I don't know
like
about that.
yeah,
I
Kraken, or, you know.
I definitely don't see fitting my Batty Mushroom in one.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if
I don't think so, Pops. I don't think so. I mean, if they do good, well, but I don't. I'm not. That's not what I'm expecting.
Yeah, just wondering. Okay.
No problem. So up next we have the Pirate Week 2022. I'm just gonna go through briefly. Basically, they have skins and different ships at different prices. I don't know if they had different insurance on the ship, but yeah, you can get the Pirate Gladiator, Pirate Caterpillar in your hangar from a pledge store. Yeah, different skin. I wanted something a bit more shiny to have some new chrome and red solar wind paint for the Gladiator, Avenger, and Vanguard series. And you can shop in your cut list. For those who own Pirate among the verse, you get the skull and crossbone cutlass paint. So capture your conquest. Oh yeah, there's a screenshot contest. I mean, I'll move it real quick. But yeah, here we go. 9-tail screenshot contest. Let's just go to the rules. So the rule: please post a screenshot in Spectrum submission thread or on Twitter using handles and hashtags. Only post screenshots including 9-tail theme material. Multiple submissions per player are allowed. Okay. No processing effects or 3D party add-on. Group submissions are not allowed, and the submission period ends September 20th, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And the CIG jury will base your stories on quality, creativity, rules adherence, and pirate vibe. So that is the screenshot contest. Prizes are Helmega, OTI, Gladius with OTI, and Avenger Warlock with OTI. So let me go back to the other thing real quick. That pirate thing. So yeah, check out some of these screenshots. They look pretty cool. Pretty sure they're from the community. They have a dynamic event schedule. These origins will be Thursday to Monday. Skip every other day. And 9-tail lockdown will also skip every day. On days that don't have season origin, they have 9-tail and vice versa. So check those out if you're interested. Any comments so far?
Very cool.
Yeah.
So these are paint. Kusanagi, you had to interest in a couple of them. But yeah, they had the Cutlass Black, Skull and Crossbones, Solar 3D Wind, 3-pack, Gladius Solar Wind. These are individual ones. Avenger Solar Wind, Vanguard Solar Wind. So yeah. Kusanagi, you like the Skull and Crossbone and the Solar Wind one? Oh, he's not in here, but okay. You can say something in chat if you want to. Yeah. What?
Yeah, I mean, I like especially the Solar Winds stuff. It's it's a lot different. It has a really good color scheme to it. I know the original Skull and Crossbones one, and that's kind of like reminiscent of the old Cutlass series that we used to have. So it's kind of cool that they actually brought that back. But I'm kind of a fan of this little, red and gray paint job they have here. It looks especially good on the Gladius. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it do look cool.
These solar wind paints are some of my favorites. That metallic look, very nice.
Yep. So yeah, check those out if you had those tips or you're interested in getting them and supporting the project. Vicarious vehicles. They have 11 ships. They have the Avenger Titan and the Avenger Stalker, Avenger Warlock. So that's basically all the Avengers are available. Special upgrade offers. Let me check on that. See what they have. Oh, that's not working. Special upgrade now. We're doing this live, folks. But yeah,
We'll
so
do it live.
so they have 2 upgrade options available. A limited time offer. It just looks like it's $5 off. There's no special LTI or any kind of special insurance on it. But it just looks like it's $5 off, and it's Warbond. So if you want to support the project and get a special deal, you can do that. And I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the only thing that's available for. But that is for the Warlock. And looking for other ships here. They have the Gladius, Aegis Dynamic, Cutlass Black, the Pirate Gladius, and exclusive game mode exclusive. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in the Pirate Gladius. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna have to look to see how that differs from the normal one. Buy me a ship, Nihilus. Sure. I'll get back to you on that one. How about that? Vanguard Hoplite. All the Vanguards. Vanguard Warden, Vanguard Sentinel, and the Vanguard Harbinger. Oh, the Harbinger has a special upgrade offer. So I'm pretty sure I thought it's between $5 and $15 off for the Warbond one. That's my guess. The Caterpillar Pirate Edition. And game mode exclusive, so 330. So yeah, and that's it for the pirate vehicle, and that's it for the pirate vehicle in general. So for all you pirate lovers out there. So yeah, that was the that was the solar paint, the Scully Crossbone paint, and the solar wind paint again, and the contest. So check those out. All right, folks, here we go. Ship Showdown, the winner has been crowned. Who's disappointed? Who's happy? I'm disappointed because Carrick had won again. It's won multiple times. I was hoping for something new, but it is what it is. Got 63,000 votes. So yeah, what do people thought?
Hashtag revenge.
You know, to me, it's. I mean, it's a fun thing. Some people get a little bit too involved in them. But I mean, it's a good community event, and I really don't care who wins. The only reason I wanted the mole, not the mole, the mule, because it was a cute little thing. But that's the only reason why I wanted it to win. But you know,
I think Pops has said it exactly 100% right. Like, this is a silly, fun little summer event. And I think that everyone, I don't care who you vote for, everyone that is having fun with it and making content, like making, art or memeing or even if you just make a meme or just whatever, if you're having fun with it, you're doing it right. Anyone who gets butthurt over it, no matter who wins and who loses, man, you're not getting the spirit of the thing. Is just to be silly and have fun with the community. And I salute the Carrick for winning. It's not what I voted for, but who cares? It's fun. It's fun. Just go with it and have fun.
Well,
game.
All I gotta say is my Merchman better win next year. That's all I gotta say. What
I'm
Kusanagi?
just saying my ship won, and Baja
Your ship won? Okay.
And that's 63,000. You mentioned the 63,000 vote there. I think that's counting up every tier. So they only lost like by less than 300 points. It was 14,726 votes to 14,440. So it was super close. So it was a good show by the MSR folks, and best of luck next year.
Oh yeah, MSR is a great ship. So's the Carrick. So's all of them.
Most of the ships are great.
Hell yeah.
Ships. Yeah. So to me, it doesn't matter. But it's a fun activity. It's a fun thing that comes up every year.
All right, folks. Next year, Cutlass Steel. Let's go.
Oh my God, you might be right. You might be right about that.
Hey, I voted for the Terrapin and I voted for the Raft because I want to see like just more stuff to come out regarding those ships. And a lot of people use the Carrick because it's got that med bay and it just can do a lot of stuff with a lot of people. But I just want to see like the stuff that kind of like aren't really talked about these days, like those ships. And and hopefully Sig can do some more work on them, or talk about like radar or stealth for the terrapin, or I imagine the raft is going to have a big upgrade with the new cargo refactor, so it should be good to see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, congratulations to the top 4. You got the Kirk, the MSR, the Pisces, and the Scorpion. Out of all the ships, the Scorpion is probably the new one. So people who haven't owned the Scorpion, look forward to those new skins that you're gonna get. And yeah, these are the overview.
Gotta go buy back my Scorpius.
Yeah, right. These are the tournament overview. I missed a couple of the ones because I forgot to vote that day. I really wanted. I don't want to say really. If I had thought about it, I would have voted for the Phone and I missed my chance. But I mean, I'm only one vote and it lost by thousands, so that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, so
sounds like you need a few more accounts.
Yeah, right.
Again, though.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Again, though, just listen to Pops. Don't take it that serious. Just have fun.
Yeah.
And it's surprised that people were surprised about, like what ship lost or won that you were not expecting.
I think I heard from several people that they were very surprised that the Avenger Titan did well in early rounds, and I wasn't at all surprised. I thought to myself, well, look, we've been talking about the explosion of new players coming to the game all year. And people who know that get their friends in when they say, hey, what ship should I buy? I think, don't we all tell people for a starter ship? Man, the Avenger Titan is a great little starter, man. That's a great... So, like, it made total sense to me that a ton of people that are new, that are excited, that are energetic, are going to vote for and want a skin for the one ship that many new players own. So I was like, yeah, that didn't surprise me at all. But again, some people go in for a thoughtful thing. Some people are just memeing, and everybody, so long as they're having fun, I salute you.
I voted for the Avenger Titan, and because I get the Eclipse, I think the Eclipse is so niche. I don't think I had that big of a fan base, so I wasn't surprised at all that the Titan beat the Eclipse.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm in minority, but the Titan versus the Pisces, I was expecting the Titan to lose that one, but I did vote for it.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Yeah, it's a tough call between the Titan and the Pisces. They're both awesome freaking ships. But I am an Aegis fanboy, so yeah, I had to go with the Titan.
Yeah, and the Scorpion pulled it out. Okay, so I'm gonna get the Ward and then Redeemer. So I guess it was easy sailing in the early ones, but against Kirk, well, yeah, better luck next year, I guess. All right, so what else? Oh yeah, the tip shoulder. Okay, that's the submission archive. So we're gonna go back and look at whatever people have submitted to get the ship into the round. You can take a look at the archive. By the way, if people want to join the discussion, click on the Discord link Nightbot just put in. It's not in YouTube, but I'll fix that in a moment. But yeah, click on the link and join us to talk about the topic. We look forward to talking to new people. But yeah, that was a ship showdown. Griffin put this in recently, but yeah, to talk about the roadmap deliverable. He mentioned that the Pyro station and the jump hunt are scheduled soon. So not soon, but quarter to 2023, between May and June. So for jump point and for Pyro. So yeah, it's slowly coming about, people. Any thoughts?
Yeah. All right. The most important thing in there that's going to be delivered to us is mops and buckets. Right? So we should get a flare, a mop and bucket flare.
Oh my God.
If you want to see the community on fire, that would do it.
Yeah, I know. Mops and buckets, people. Mops and buckets.
Hey, I still want my battle trolley, okay? I want that at the flare. But yeah, so that's the deliverables, and just in general, if people want to check out what's on the roadmap, Kusanagi, hopefully, he put it in the chat. But yeah, check out the progress tracker and see what's working on and when to expect them. But remember, these are only guesses; they're not set in stone. So don't get bent on the tape or something that's pulled back or ahead of schedule or whatever happened. Oh yeah, this is I put this in myself, but this is the road to 500 million. I haven't hit reload, so I'm gonna see. This is 189,691. Hit reload. Oh, okay, so it went up like $40, so 221,444. So I just wanted to ask people, when do you think they'll hit 500 mil? No guesses?
Real soon.
A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? CitizenCon? My guess is CitizenCon.
I mean, definitely CitizenCon. Definitely.
Oh, I think it'll be before then.
Yeah.
You think so?
Definitely
Like
by
when?
then. Tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't
I was
know.
going to
Not
say over the
tomorrow.
weekend.
Over the
The
weekend?
weekend? Okay.
Because of
Monday.
the
Monday.
pirate sale?
By Monday. Maybe.
Maybe.
Right?
Yeah. So you think
Might
we'll
be
get
pushing
a letter
it, but
from the
it's
chairman?
possible. It would be possible for it to happen over the weekend. I think
Yeah.
maybe during the week.
You think we'll get a letter from the chairman? When we hit 500 mil?
That's a good question.
Yeah. What do you think? Yes, no, maybe? Anyone? Don't know?
No.
I have no
It's
idea.
been a while.
That's one I honestly couldn't even predict.
All right, fair enough.
Fastcart, can you click on the month view for the crowdfunding timeline?
Sure, give me a moment. So yeah, May was big month. That was Invictus week.
Yeah.
So you look for something specifically?
I'm thinking about the pattern of the incoming dollars. My guess is probably in 2 weeks from now.
Oh, let me
Just
click on the
before
week view. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It could be a week or it could be 2 weeks, but yeah.
Yeah, somewhere between a week and 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, let's see what happens Friday. Right, next Friday, I mean. Or Thursday. Next Thursday for Soul Talk, put it that way. All right, so yeah. Where will you be when we hit when CIG hit 500 mil? I wish I could say we, because I would love to have a piece of that money. But anyway. Portfolio, they put out a new law post this week. Portfolio cutting close custom crap. I didn't get a chance to read this, but if you want to know about cutting crows, give them a read. Alright, so up next we have this week's Inside Star Citizens. It's called Vulture Venture, coming 2022. It's 9 minutes, so you grab some popcorn, grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever the heck you have to do. But yeah, here we go.
The salvage feature is really trying to cater to people who want the diversity and exploration type gameplay.
You might find debris fields of a long lost battle, or on your discovery tour you find a destroyed ship.
I'm excited about players playing this and salvaging wrecks of ships in the PU.
So right now when you destroy a ship, that's kind of it.
So that's where salvage comes in, where we sort of extend the life of the spaceship.
We want you to be able to find destroyed versions of these, look at them in ways you would never have seen them before, and have this extra gameplay with them.
There are different aspects of salvage that we want to introduce to the game, and the very first one that we will have is the hull scraping.
Which is where you blast off the external surface of the ship and sell that material for profit.
Hull stripping right now is split into two parts. We have the FPS side, and you have the vehicle side.
So in vehicle hull scraping, this will be for the Vulture and the Reclaimer, where you take your great big salvage lasers and you take off as much of the material as you can.
For the Vulture, it's very easy. You are the only person. It's the lone wolf ship.
You can go out, explore, find wrecks just by yourself. Best catering to the smaller types of wrecks you would find.
In the Vulture, you activate the salvage mode, which then allows you to use the scraper beams to operate them over the surface area of the ship and gather the material. For the Reclaimer, we highly recommend you to come in a group.
You want probably at least 2 people to man the salvage lasers, and a few people in the back of the cargo bay to help you stash away your earnings. You'll go out, you'll find a wreck, turn on the great big front lights of the Reclaimer so you can see what you're doing, and the 2 people in the salvage turrets will start blasting away at the hull to strip it off. As that happens, you're gathering what we call RMC, recycled material composite material, which gets put into cargo boxes in the filler stations that are in the back of the Reclaimer. And you'll need someone back there to take these full crates out of the dispenser and stack them away on your cargo grid.
And once you have your cargo hold full, you fly to the station where you then can sell the commodity. The FPS loop in comparison is much simpler. You just buy a Grey Cat multi-tool, you make sure that you buy the salvage attachment, you make sure that the salvage attachment is actually attached to the Grey Cat multi-tool, and this is the moment where you can scrape off any material that is salvageable right away.
We also want to allow you to use that material that you gain from hull scraping to immediately repair any damage your ship might have taken. This is really useful for people who are out dogfighting, perhaps. You shoot down your opponent, go out with your multi-tool, take the hull off their ship, and put it back on yours to repair the damage.
You will see where on your own ship you have repaired. So you're kind of getting this battle scarring of your ship.
So right now, both the FPS and ship hull scraping has progressed very nicely, but there's still a long ways to go with regards to selling the material. We've got a lot of VFX and audio tweaks to do along the way. We want to fully refine the user experience. I'm really excited to see this feature hit the verse. I think it'll be great to watch everyone taking people's ships apart, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Hull scraping isn't just the first version of salvage gameplay coming to Star Citizen. It's the feature necessary to finally bring the upcoming Drake Vulture to the persistent universe. Let's check it out now and see what it looks like very close to its final form.
If you really want to try something different, something new, something that hasn't been in Star Citizen before, the Vulture is going to be where you want to go. Salvage is new and it's kind of fun and it's exciting. I've been going around and just burning the sides of ships, and it's really fun to kind of experience this new type of gameplay. The Vulture is a single-seater salvage ship meant for a single player to kind of get into the salvage career.
Basically, extracting and processing, things that you find out in the verse, be it space debris or, junk or anything like that.
On a profession ship, I'm mostly just setting it up as a ship to be flown and making sure all of the components are there, all of the functionality for all of the other interactables are there, make sure that they can get cargo. There's also the aspect of setting up all of the things that the salvage work is going to be done with.
So, we took our styling cues from previous Drake ships, and Drake has a very distinctive style. The first thing that will be very distinct that when you see it at first will be now at the front.
We had to set up these little kind of turrets that would be used to articulate while the salvaging is happening. There are two ways to enter. One from the side, you climb up a ladder, and then you can access the cockpit.
Much like a combine would or a construction vehicle has a basic looking style ladder, which kind of adds to the whole look of the construction vibe and everything. And also, like, it helps with a sense of scale in the ship, I think.
Or you can go through the back with a ramp, and then you'll access the cargo hold. From the cargo hold, you can go through a door and then climb up a ladder, and then you'll have like a personal kind of storage area.
All throughout the ship on the inside, there's going to be a lot of component access. And then to your right, then you walk in through another door, and then there's the habitation area. There'll be like a small bed, a toilet, and then behind you, you got the whole body of the ship and, you know, the cargo and all that, the whole processing area. Persistent universe gameplay, a lot of it relies on, you know, sort of trading things and salvaging things, right? So you can earn credits. So this will be a very good tool to do just that.
So, what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that hull scraping is the exciting beginning of our salvage gameplay journey. The next step in bringing purpose and intention to the enormous Reclaimer, the nascent development of handheld repair gameplay, and the feature that finally allows us to bring the Drake Vulture to the persistent universe. Now remember that Talk Like a Pirate celebration begins today, and there's all kinds of things to do. Pirate Swarm is back. There's a screenshot contest. The Siege of Orson be returning with new fixes that we'll be talking about next week. There's new paints in the shop, and this isn't so much Talk Like a Pirate as it is Talk Like Robert Newton in the 1950s classic Treasure Island. And I should really stop. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. We'll see you all next week. And there's all kinds of things to do in the Pirate Swarm. The Pirate Swarm is back, so look at me. Trying to do the pirate voice, yes. Yar.
Gotta love Jad.
Mm-hmm.
Normally we go in some kind of mostly order, but I guess gonna free for all. Anybody want to go first? What their thoughts about this week's ISC was?
Yeah, I like the idea of the Band-Aid thing that you get to heal your own ship for a little bit. Just wondering how well this whole loop is going to work with the I believe it's a Crucible. Is that the one that does the repairing?
Yeah, that's repair.
Right. Just wondering how how that whole loop is going to work out together. And the other thing I was thinking is, when you go and you fly in, you go in the asteroid belt, and there's all that junk, and I'm wondering if we'd be allowed to, salvage that stuff that's floating around in there. And that's the only
I
thing.
guess it's possible. Oh, by the way, before I forget, I want to say thank you to Bert25 for the raid. Appreciate it, and welcome everyone from Bert's channel. Appreciate it. So yeah, this is Soul Talk. We talk Star Citizen. Right now we're in the middle of talking about ISC. If you want to click on join us to discuss it, click on the Discord link down below and hop in. Anyone else? Any thoughts about the ISC? No, you came in. You have any thoughts? I guess not. Alright. So anyone else?
He mentioned something about, exploration.
I didn't want to go first.
Oh, go ahead. You're right. Go ahead.
But can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep. Go ahead.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yep. Oh, you make sure that you're not listening to it from the stream. You want to listen to it live from Discord. Give him a moment. Three, two, one. You right? I guess maybe you can't hear us. All right. Fish,
Yeah.
you were saying something?
Well, I was saying that, he mentioned something about exploration with salvage, because, when you really think about salvage, I always thought of it, you're waiting for a battle to happen, which is true, But then you think about salvage as far as exploring, someplace to see what you might find, in that kind of a gameplay loop, because right now, like Pops just said, Dad just said, we know of as far as what floating debris is out there is like when you go to like the moons and you do those little bounty missions and you see all of that debris out there and stuff like that. But I'm just looking forward to seeing how the way this works out, and how much money it brings in and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, that'll be a thing. Like whether or not it's worth it to salvage. I guess it depends on like what you're salvaging, where you're salvaging from, and what the return on investment is. But yeah, the time to money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone
Nobody
else?
else? Anybody else?
Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say I thought that when they showed you a few seconds ago on screen how they when they prepared the I guess the cube or what the cargo piece for I don't know, I'm kind of disappointed in how you have to drop that down to shooting and then the next person grabs it. I'm like, okay, they couldn't have a elevator. I mean,
They do have. There is an elevator in that slot
okay.
in the reclaimer. I think they were just neglected to use it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm
or
like,
maybe the elevator was broken in
Or
that
maybe
build.
that's something else because it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't look like there was an elevator right there, and that because the scene just played. Yeah, and it didn't look. But I know in my reclaimer, I've been in the reclaimer. I own one. There is an elevator that goes up and down to that deck.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what they were doing there. My first thought was that they were just dropping it down the elevator shaft because it was, faster than waiting for the elevator. But after looking at it a second time there, you might be right. That looked a little different.
It looked a little,
Isn't the box dispensary thing new? Didn't they just add that in to the reclaimer?
I don't think it's
They just
out
add what?
quite yet.
The dispensary thing for the box, the giant box that you pull out. Was that new?
I don't know.
I don't remember that being inside the reclaimer before.
That's a good point. The thing that was actually spitting out the boxes. Yeah, I don't remember that really being there either.
Oh, okay. I get you.
I'm gonna have to go back again to take a look at that. I'm just probably about the 2-minute mark, real quick.
Yeah, because I've only been in one. I've only been in one twice at the most.
Are you talking about this thing right here?
The reclaimer. I've only been.
No. The thing
that thing.
The boxes.
That thing right there that's spitting out the boxes. Yeah.
I don't know what that's from.
And then he's just dropping it down. That really didn't look like there was an elevator there, did it? Huh?
Like I don't remember that section. This thing being in here before.
Okay.
I remember it having a pretty decent sized cargo area.
Yeah.
If you go down in there and take a look at it. Certainly, the guy's talking about being on the Vulture and just stopping by a ship and just taking the hull off, and I'm like, I hope those ships have to be turned off or the shields have to be down or something. I imagine something like that, or maybe it's in a disrepaired state.
The ships have to be destroyed in order for it to do something.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case because otherwise it's just going to get ridiculous.
And it does. No, go ahead, FC.
Real quick, Gomez makes a good point. New feature equals CID or make it profitable because they want people to test it. So whenever salvaging guns come out, it will be profitable. So there's no question about that. But
so what Gomab is saying though is that 6 months later, when they nerf it, it's Gomab. It's his fault.
But it just
called it.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking. I know you can hand repair your ship. Then you can, I guess the next step up would be go to the Crucible, and I'm just wondering the difference in the repair state. How much better the Crucible?
Hopefully, the Crucible will be faster. Hopefully, it won't leave as much going.
Yeah.
Well, the Crucible's like that's like a mobile repair facility, like straight up. That's like professional stuff. Like when we think about the next one, it should be the Vulcan with
Vulcan, yeah. But the Vulcan is a
drones.
drone ship, so they can't add the Vulcan in until they do drones.
Can we take just a minute to address just how wacky this can get as far as like who knows how they're gonna do permissions for all this shit? Because if it's just a free for all, literally every time you come out of like, oh man, I stopped in to go, I landed and I went in and I sold some Hadanite and I come out and I'm like, whoo, that was our
and my ship is on blocks.
and it's like, yo, who the hell stole my left wing? What is going on here? Every time, you know, like it's gonna be weird, man.
You know,
got some risque graffiti burned into the side of your ship.
Yeah.
What's that, Puffs?
No, you know what's even gonna be worse than that? And you walk out to your ship like you just said and be like, yo, what happened to my wing? And then some space crackhead comes to you, yo, my brother, you need a wing?
I got a wing for sale.
That he stole, he's gonna try to sell it back to you.
Open up his trench coat. Open up his trench coat, and it's like, yo, it's got my ship name on it. No, man, that's a coincidence.
I was thinking about like all the spamming in chat, trying to get the reclaimer nerf because it can't fly in and out of Atmo. They've never flown a reclaimer before.
Wow. What kind of a madman just preemptively says we should nerf ships?
Good question.
Now, I would like to see though when they do the reclaimer, because that big claw is supposed to come in and grab ships and like tear it apart. I would like to see how the way, when that mechanic happens, when it grabs the ship and it starts to crush it. And it starts to rip it apart, and how well the geometry, breaks apart in clusters.
Yeah, all I gotta say is keep your reclaimer away from my BMM and my Endeavor. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, see, Fitz is getting into the whole like thoughtful, like, oh, it'll be interesting with the geometry. I'm just picturing the shot out of my cockpit as you see those big jaws come and crush your little ship. No,
we did just get to see. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Rastasan says in the chat, I agree with this, loving the idea of being in the middle of nowhere, dogfighting, salvaging the guy that you defeat so you can make it back. They showed in the video. Great. I like that a lot. I'm wondering if there's going to be a one-to-one drop, or if it's going to be randomized, or if it's going to depend on how you defeated the guy, whether you get ship to salvage. It's going to be interesting to see how that evolves.
Now, here's the thing, though, too, because then they say, like, ships are not supposed to blow up. Right. So realistically, when that comes online and everything, when ships are now becoming disabled, how does that work? Because do you have to now go to that ship, take that person out of that ship, surrender your ship, all of those other mechanics now has to come into play,
and if I'm in the ship, do I have a phase where I get defeated? Then I have to defend my ship from salvage.
Right, exactly. You get thrown out of your ship, and then that person is taking your ship apart to fly away and leaving you floating in space.
Think of it this way: how about I'm dogfighting with Fist to Face, right? Fist blows up my ship. And he's like, oh, I'm going to salvage Kai's ship because I took a little bit of damage on my fuselage. Fist goes in to salvage the pieces off of my ship. And he comes out to find he ain't got a left wing. And Fastcart's out there talking, yo, brother, you want to buy a wing? I got a wing for sale.
I just want to touch base on the we saw here in the video for this ship. This is the we talk about the prospector needing that gameplay, that team gameplay of like having the cargo pods detach and go to the small refining ship, or having a cargo ship come and take it away. Then you can go and keep on working. But they showed it right here where what they're doing is offloading that siphoned material off of the Vulture onto a freelancer. And then that way that so then the ship could just go back to work. And this is the first ship that we're able to kind of do, like, kind of get, like, start to put things in order with how they're going to be done in the future. So this is kind of like a very cool way of like multi-team gameplay. So I just wanted to bring that up.
This is kind of like what are the little guys from Star Wars?
Yawas.
Yawas, yeah, where they take your stuff and they're off somewhere selling it.
Little known fact: Utini is actually Jawa for legal salvage.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, earlier today I was messaging with somebody who brought up they were confused about why the Vulture needs a bed when it's supposed to be a short range salvaging. And since you do have to take the box out, pass it off to someone else, and then go back to work, why would you ever need to bed lock?
And it's the only Drake ship that's got a toilet because the Union said they need to have one.
Maybe that's another job.
The Cuddy Red has a toilet though, doesn't it?
Does it? I don't think it. I thought that was the only Drake ship that I remember having one. I really mess with the Red.
Mops and buckets.
I've spent many an hour in a Cuddy Black, but I ain't never really messed with the Cuddy Red like that.
The one thing that mattered though is Cuddy Steel, because you can carry so many people on there. Those people are gonna need one. So yeah,
80 people, no toilet. What's up?
Well, let's just think about like if you're out there, say you've got a crash reclaimer on a planet, you've got maybe 6 vultures or who are kind of doing working on it, and then you want to just hey, I'm gonna take a nap. And then you park your ship, take a nap, maybe go to the bathroom or whatever, and you can keep on working. Meanwhile, you have these transporters, like I just mentioned, coming in, once in a while. So it does give you the opportunity to just kind of like, to just all you're doing out there for a possible week is just, just eating up a giant ship. So I think maybe that's kind of why we probably need beds in with this type of ship.
Yeah, CBBG agrees with me. Q2 next year, mops and buckets.
So I was on a phone call and had to mute right when Pop said that. But did anybody else immediately flash to Stanley Kowalski from UHF, where he's like, "I got my mop." He had his favorite mop. I could just picture Pops running around as that dude with his mop. Nobody?
Right.
Oh, we're gonna have to watch UHF. We're gonna have to watch UHF.
Now let's bring up a good point. LTI mop and bucket Pop. You gotta be LTI.
That'd be a great April Fools.
The indestructible mop.
I thought of that mystery. Dude on the Morrow tour. Mystery bucket on the Morrow tour and start Squadron 42 Morrow tour on that Idris.
There you go.
Now earlier, FC, you were asking about what may come up. Right? And maybe that's the next shit, the janitorial shit. The reveal of the janitorial.
Could be.
Like a ship wash shit that like has
arms
that like
it's got just squeegees everywhere. It's got squeegees everywhere. I need a taco truck ship before we bring that ship in.
All right, I think that's enough for this week. Up next, we have this week's Machinima. It's made by community, mostly Harmless, Star Citizen teaser. So this is only 3 minutes. So let's check this out and come back when we're done. That was something. I think we're going to free fall it again. Not going to particular order. There we go. So yeah, anyone want to go first about what they thought?
Yeah, I do.
Whoa.
I want to say something. First
Wow.
of all, production was A1, from sound to visuals. But as far as story goes, whoever that is in that cutlass is a jerk, a matron. To drop that Pico bomb on that prospector without, just to do it. That is so wrong.
This just in.
The sign said no mining, Pops. The sign said no mining.
This just in. Morph wants that ship nerfed.
Yeah, I thought the same exact. I thought the same exact thing.
Okay, so I hope somebody got LTI on that planet in the first 3 seconds. Flew through
Might be the
and
moon,
destroyed
but
a
yeah.
planet. That's no moon.
They could have gave that person a warning, though.
Yeah. Yeah. That was very, very cool. It was neat. It was a thematic piece. It wasn't telling a coherent story. It was just sort of a neat little thematic piece. It was really cool. It was well done. There was all kinds of interesting, like, homemade graphics. It wasn't machinima in the sense of using in-game footage. It was more an artistic piece that was very, very cool. It was neat stuff. I look forward to more stuff from the Tooth Fairy to come. I thought, and I dig the using the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference. Just really great. Just really great.
The only
I
thing
felt like they were having fun.
Yeah.
Had fun with it.
Yeah, what was that, Pop? Sorry.
Sorry,
No,
Pop.
BBG. Let BBG go ahead. Go ahead, BBG.
Okay.
No, I was just saying that it looked like they were having fun. You could imagine them really enjoying making this. The other thing is, I wish my Cuddy had that durability up front. Then finally is I'll never get tired of the silhouette of the Corsair coming or going. I love the way that ship looks.
Buddy Steele is confirmed the best bomber in the game. Nerf it now.
Yeah, Alec the Droog said wonderful. It had a very 70s animation look and feel. I was thinking something similar, 70s, 80s. The associated look, it had been overdone in the past, but I think it looks good. It really fit this teaser that they put together. It had a Star Wars, had a Firefly, it had some Star Trek, something for everyone in this piece.
What was it missing, Pops?
No, I was gonna echo everything BBG said. The only thing I was just really hoping for at the end was Elmer Fudd.
I was about to say, like, I was getting Looney Tune vibes.
Right. I'm just waiting. I'm like, that's all, folks. I just was waiting for that.
Here, Pops.
No,
it would have been quiet.
It would have been Pico. It would have been Pico.
Yeah. Oh man, it was really cool. It was really cool. Just waiting for that Looney Tunes vibe at the end.
My only criticism about it is like the end. The animations are too slow. So, like the timing on them is just too slow with the effects and how things are moving. It could have been a lot faster.
Yeah,
I think that's probably an artistic choice that they wanted to do.
Could have been, but
I was going to say that the those ships would not be able to pass an emissions test in my state because they just horrible smog emissions.
Yeah, but I like the associated look of it. It's different. It was put to use effectively in this piece. Very interesting look.
The cartoon look is fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, it does. It really did. This was really cool.
Right. So yeah, that was from Mostly Harmless. Well, I'm sorry, it's made by the community, but it's called Mostly Harmless Star Citizen teaser.
It was the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, the Tooth Fairy was it. Yeah, I'm just reading what it says in the thing, but yeah, the Tooth Fairy. So good work. I'm looking forward to seeing more from the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
All right, so up next. Oh yeah, so save the date. we're doing a Soul Citizen watch party for CitizenCon, October 8th. I'm expecting we'll probably maybe start an hour before the show, so probably hold on, I have a thing for it. So yeah, 2 p.m. Eastern. I forgot to put Eastern on there, and 6 p.m. UTC. Maybe when we'll start, I have to confirm with Griffin, but that's the tentative time to when we start. Because the actual CitizenCon starts at 3 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. UTC, so maybe an hour early. So that's when. Check us out. If you want to join us? We may have some other streamers stopping in here and there, talking about different presentation. So it should be fun.
All right.
After that, what was that?
Oh,
No,
I just said, hell yeah.
Okay. So after that, we have the Bar Citizen. So this is CitizenCon, a virtual Bar Citizen. That's I messed up the date there, but that's October 15th. Let me change that now because it's linked. That's why it's say the same thing. I have to unlink it in XSplit. But yeah, it's October 15th, and that's at 3 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. UTC. So I'll fix that for next week. But yeah, join us for that. Kuchinagi put the link in chat, so thank you for that.
Maybe.
Click on the link, and after registering, you will receive a confirmation email. Don't lose that email. Make sure it doesn't stay in the spam box and get deleted, because you'll need that to join the Zoom call when it happens. So you register and keep that email. So looking forward to it. We had like 120 people last time.
Yeah, we had like 120 people in.
So
a good time last time.
Only 9 o'clock. We're not gonna go later than that. Maybe like a couple more hours.
Kuchinagi, don't.
Kuchinagi said, "Oh no."
Yeah,
It's only 6 p.m. in California,
We are not doing another 11-hour Bar Citizen, okay? If you want to go to a different channel and continue on, that's up to y'all. But yeah, 6 hours for us, hopefully. All right.
18 hours. Let's go.
Yeah, right. So that is that. So up next we have Soul Voices. So Soul Voices at 3 p.m. Eastern, that's 7 p.m. UTC. That's when Griffin takes over and talks about their Star Citizen community. He takes a couple of threads from Spectrum, and maybe a thread from Reddit, and something covering general industry stuff. Last time we talked about something from Board Gamer. So looking forward to see what he comes up with this week. But that's on Saturday 3 p.m. and that's part of PodSat, or otherwise known as Podcast Saturday, which we kick off the day with Soul Voices, 3 p.m. Eastern, Saturday. Then we go over to Afterpub at 6 p.m. Eastern, that's 10 p.m. UTC. And then we're followed by Relay at 9 p.m. Eastern and 1 a.m. UTC. So that's a full day of podcasting on Saturday. And then we have our next show on Sunday. We are talking about mining and refining. So yes, that is Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, midnight UTC, mining and refining. I think the Griffin, and he'll be joined by some other folk. We're not sure just yet. But yeah, come join us for that. We're talking about mining and refining. Should be a fun show, 8 p.m. Eastern.
That'll be a great conversation. Can I do a real quick little plug for the Saturday Soul Voices show?
Okay.
For those of you that are listening into the show and you like listening into Soul Citizens and all this stuff, the Saturday show is your opportunity to literally call in. Like, you come into the Discord, you get into one of the channels, they bring you down, and you get to talk one-on-one with the hosts and go over some aspect of the game or of the community in detail. It's a really, really cool time. It's a great opportunity. There's some silliness involved with the player haters sometimes and some other stuff. It's a really awesome show that you can get in on and one-on-one talk with Griff and whoever the co-host is that particular week, and just have a really kind of open exchange. So if you enjoy listening to the show, come be a part of it on Saturday.
Yeah, it's like so Thursday, this show you're here now. We have a whole bunch of people coming and join us, talking in a group discussion. On Saturday, it's more one-on-one, so more intimate, as people may say. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. People who may not feel comfortable joining in the group discussion, come on in and talk one-on-one. It's easier for a lot of people. So yeah, thank you for that, Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the topic, if I can add one more thing, the topic that is on the show is usually pulled from Reddit.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's Spectrum, Reddit, and something from the industry.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you for that. Also, we have reaction and reviews. Those are on our YouTube channel, so check those out. If you want to become a soul bro, soul sister, soulmate, click on YouTube, the join button, and help us to support. We appreciate it. And everyone who subscribed and followed, thank you for that tonight. Appreciate it. I want to thank everybody who's joining us today. We have Adam Kusanagi, Big Black Gaming, Fitz Face, J2, Kaizen, Hot Space, and Erratic Smoke. Thank you all for joining us. Anyone who wants to join in next week, click on the Discord link that pops up in from Nightbot, or click on the link below to talk with us next time. You can follow us on social media. We're Soul Citizens everywhere. If you want to buy our merchandise, I'm not wearing a particular shirt right now, but we have a merchandise link down below. Click on that. We sell mugs, t-shirt, hat, what have you. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, or follow button, depending on what platform you're on. And I think that's it. Oop.
And come join the Soul Citizens Discord.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's part of the link that Nightbot put up. Right. The after pub is live now. I'm going to copy his link so people, because I don't see Griffin around, so I'm just going to copy his link and hopefully people can join him manually. Tell them this is a Soul Citizen manual raid, not automatic raid. And I want to say thank you everybody again. Before I go, I got to do one more thing before I get to the tagline. It didn't come through. Hold on. You're doing one
goat scream? No goat scream.
Oh my goodness.
We're not hearing the goat scream.
Oh, no. Not them.
Oh, no. The only person you're torturing is yourself.
Wow. Peace, love, and soul, everybody. Tell us about we said hi. Take care.
Take care.
Peace, love, and... Wow.